All right, Ben, go ahead.
You had your first touchdown catch there the other night. Looked like a nice fingertip grab. You were wide open, but you had to kind of come back for the ball. Can you go through how that play developed?
Well, so I just ran my route, and then when I turned around and looked at the ball, it just seemed a little short. So I just had to react to it. You know, football is like life; it's never perfect, but you just react to it and you just make the play. So I just came back to it and came down with it.
What did it feel like to get your first touchdown? And did you get any messages from family and friends afterward?
Yeah, in itself, it was a really good feeling. It would have been perfect if we could have got the win with it, but in its own right, it was a really good feeling. And yeah, I have a really nice fan base, and my family and friends, they all hit me up afterwards. So it was cool.
How did you get so open on that play?
They blitzed. Yeah, they blitzed, so then I just had to look back for the ball.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Regalado.
Morning, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I'm good.
You guys started off, a bit rocky, some turnovers, but second half was a lot better in terms of production points. You guys scored 21 unanswered points at halfway in the middle of the game. What was said at halftime? What got you guys going to pick up the offense in the second half?
Really, it was nothing special. Coach Kelly just told us to come out and just do our jobs. That's the only thing that we really have to focus on, and that just makes your job really simple. Just every play, once you get the play call, you just do your job, and that's how we ended up getting those 21 unanswered points.
Rick.
A lot of teams would have quit, and you guys showed the resiliency. What does that say about your team, and what was the mindset that allowed you guys to get back in that ball game?
Really, it's just a so what, now what mentality. Like, yeah, we didn't play the best ball, but what are we going to do about it now? Are we just going to tuck our tail between our legs and go home, or are we just going to fight and try to get a dub out of this at the end of the day? So I think that was everybody's personality, and that was everybody's attitude. So I was really proud of the team that they didn't give up, even to the last play. We came down, we did everything we could. It's like life, football isn't always perfect, but so what now? What you going to do about it now?
That's a great saying, by the way. I like it very much.
Yeah, something that our tight end group says a lot.
Oh, yeah, it's great. How do you guys take it to the next step, limit the turnovers so that you don't put the defense who's trying to discover identity in such a bad situation?
Really, it just starts in practice with just doing your job. When you go through the ball drill, just look the ball in, eyes to the tuck. We don't really want to oversimplify everything or make anything too complicated as a team or as a tight end unit. So we all just want to focus on doing your jobs. We always say, Coach Kelly and Coach Sage, how you do the little things is how you do all things. And in the moment of the game, you fall back on your training. So it really just starts in today, in practice, tomorrow, and so forth every day in training.
Thank you very much, Michael. Keep up the good work, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Tracy.
Hey, Mike. How do you think you're doing in your role as a blocker? It's so critical in Chip Kelly's offense. And as a true sophomore, where do you think you are in that? How do you think you've improved? What do you think you still need to do?
Really just whenever my number is called, I just go out there and I just try to do my job the best of my ability. In terms of the run game, I could improve on getting lower on my entry on the second level and just always playing to the whistle. Me personally, my 2 years here, that's helped me a lot on plays where I just play hard and play through the whistle, and I end up getting my job done and my man doesn't make the tackle. That's something that our tight end group really preaches on.
Has the role of the tight end changed at all in the offense from last year? Or is it? Do you feel it's just about the same?
Truly, I feel like it's just about the same. You either have run responsibility or a pass opportunity, and you just take advantage of it. Some games we get the ball a lot, some games we don't, but that never affects the level of intensity that we play with. So whatever we get, we just go out there and do it. And I personally think the tight end position is very, very special in this offense. So it's all good.
Do you like how the tandem between you and Greg Dulcich, like how do you guys complement each other?
Really, I think we work really well together. We both have our strengths and we utilize them to the best of our abilities. And then we just go out there and we just play hard. You know, we don't really care about what the play is or who's getting the ball or what so forth. We just go out there and we just play hard. And that's something that I really like about not just me and Greg, but our entire tight end group.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Back to Ben.
Sorry, my connection's a little unstable here. The Greg Dulcich gained some weight, looked pretty rock solid out there. Coach Kelly said that he combines the kind of bigger body with the receiver speed. What kind of challenges does he present for a defense, and how impressive has he looked to you?
I've been really impressed with Greg. He poses a disadvantage because he's really fast. He does a good job with his hands and understanding his responsibility in the play. And coming from receiver, he also understands everybody else's routes and all of the combos. So that really helps him. And then when it comes into the run game, he always runs his feet and he gets inside hands. And that's something that we could really learn from in our group.
He also seems like a very bright guy. How's his kind of leadership and impact on the team that way?
It's really good. We have a group full of smart guys, and we always do our best to encourage each other and just push each other. As tough as times are nowadays, we just all stay together and stay strong and just push each other.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's go back to Tracy.
Hey, Mike, I know that had to be a pretty disappointing loss. So what do you feel is the morale of the team right now? What's the mental mindset? And how do you prepare for a game like Utah where kind of uncertain, there's some uncertainty there when it comes to players and who will be out and who won't be?
For sure. I would say as a team, we just have a so what now what mentality. Like we could have did better. We understand that, but we already watched the film, so we put that to bed and we just control what we can control now. So we came out today. We had a really good hard practice, and we'll do the same tomorrow and every day. And in terms of the game, that's something that we don't have any control over. So all we can control is focusing on our fundamentals and our effort every day in practice. So as a team, I think that's just our focus every day, and then we just let the rest happen.
Thanks.
Of course.
Anything else for Mike? All right. Thanks for your time, Mike.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Information.
Oh, I lost you at the last part right there. What
I
was
was just saying this body transformation, how is it helping you? How does it make you feel out there?
yeah, I definitely feel a lot sturdier in my blocks. You know, that's just kind of comes off of what Coach Wintrick and all the strength staff helped us out with in the off season. You know, the limited amount of stuff that we were able to do, we still got a lot of good work in over the summer when, you know, there were restrictions on the type of workouts that we were able to do. But yeah, I was really happy with how I'm feeling for sure.
The touchdown catch, how did take us through kind of how that play developed?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just we were practicing kind of that look all week, and then they gave it to us, and it was just, you know, catch and throw. So I was pretty happy with how it worked out, and I think it was a good play call for the type of stuff they were running.
You had a bunch of blockers in front of you, if I recall correctly, right?
maybe.
Or am I thinking about the? I'm thinking about a different play.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, sorry about that.
There you go.
Let's go to Rick.
Still rocking the stash, I see.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the team's mindset. What was it in the what was it that allowed you guys to get back in the game? A lot of teams would have quit at 35-14 at the half and just folded the tent, but you guys came back. What was it about the mindset of the team?
Yeah, I think at halftime we just kind of kept a level head and realized we just had to play our game. And second half we just went out there and executed what we needed to do, did our job, and it worked out for us. So.
How can you continue to play with that intensity at the beginning of the game so you don't find yourself in such a deep hole?
I did think we came out pretty strong, actually. It was just the turnover battle kind of had us fall behind, and that's just fundamentals that we got to continue harping on. I think the defense came out really strong. Offensively, I was happy with how we came out. It's just, when you're down by 4 turnovers, it's going to be an uphill battle. But I think, the response that we had to it was, a good one. So.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Let's go to Mike.
Morning. The first quarter seemed to be a bit tough. Obviously, you noted the turnovers, but the next 3, were pretty good. I mean, there were some passes that were off, but for the most part, you guys seemed to be comfortable and gel with Dorian. How has that communication been? And obviously, if it wasn't for the turnovers, do you guys think you would have been able to have more success seeing what you can do on the offense?
Yeah, I think communication has been a really big part of what's allowed us to, make some of those big plays that we did. After every drive, we're off on the sideline communicating, Dorian's getting with all the receivers, all his tight ends, getting with Coach Fry in the O-line, just making sure we're talking about the looks that we're getting. So I think communication is what, is going to keep pushing us forward. And yeah.
Tony.
Hey, with it being a shortened season, there's a little bit of an extra focus on every game because you're not playing as many games this season. What's the mindset of the team going through today now, having come through the first week with a loss already?
I think the mindset's pretty much the same as it would be in a regular season because you have to treat it the same way. You do get limited opportunities having it shortened, but it's still football as usual, and you got to treat every game, every season the same way that you would. Just come out with the same intensity, same effort and attention to detail. So,
Mike.
You got 126 receiving yards in that game. Did you know that that's the most in the Pac-12?
Yeah, a couple of people told me, which was nice to hear from them. But we're in the business of winning games, so that's what I'm focused on. Not really too worried about personal numbers or anything like that.
Second question, real quick. What are your thoughts on the other receivers? Irwin was in there. Coda. Coda had a pretty big game. How did they do in your eyes?
Yeah, I think all of our skill guys, anyone is kind of poised to have a big game at any point. Anyone can kind of get loose, I think, with the kind of talent that we have. So I'm really excited for, what this group's going to do moving forward.
Rick.
On that great touchdown that you were able to do, you had to beat the last guy. You made a move around the 20. Was that a conscious move, or was that just something natural that you did during that play? Walk us through your touchdown, if you would.
Yeah, I mean, I just had one man to beat. Kind of just felt like, one of my old coaches used to just tell me, when you're out there, you're just playing tag. So kind of tried to go out there and play tag, and worked out.
Well, you turn on the Jets. I think you kind of surprised him. I don't know if he understood how fast you actually were, because you made that little juke, delayed him enough, and you blew by him. Good job.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right. Any other questions for Greg? All right. Thank you for your time, Greg.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.